Hi, so I wanted to just go over some cool jokes. I thought this would be fun. Just kind of thinking of some jokes that are clean and Christian. So here's one. At the end of their first date, a young man takes his favorite girl home. Emboldened by the night, he decides to try that important first kiss. With an air of confidence, he leans his head against the wall and smiling, he says to her, "Darling, how about a good night's kiss?" Horrified, she replies, "Are you mad? My parents will see us." "Oh, come on, who's gonna see us at this hour?" "No, please. Can you imagine if we get caught?" "Oh, come on. There's nobody around. They're all sleeping. No way. It's just too risky." "Oh, please, please. I like you so much." No. I like you too, but I just can't." "Oh, yes, you can. Please." No, I just can't." "Please?" Out of the blue, the porch light goes on, and the girl's sister shows up in her pajamas. Hair disheveled. In a sleepy voice, the sister says, Dad says to go ahead and give him a kiss, or I can do it, or if need be, he'll come down himself and do it. But for crying out loud, tell him to take his hand off the intercom button." Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's look at the next one. These are funny one-liners. 99% of lawyers give the rest a bad name. Borrow money from a pessimist, they don't expect it back. Time is what keeps things from happening all at once. Lottery, a tax on people who are bad at math. I didn't fight my way to the top of the food chain to be a vegetarian. Never answer an anonymous letter. And of course, you can't answer an anonymous letter because you don't know where to send your reply. Okay, that's a pretty good joke. Let's see, prayer jokes. A little boy was kneeling beside his bed when his mother and grandmother and softly saying his prayers. So a little boy was kneeling beside his bed with his mother and grandmother and softly saying his prayer. "Dear God, please bless Mommy and Daddy and all the family, and please give me a good night's sleep." Suddenly he looked up and shouted, "And don't forget to give me a bicycle for my birthday." "There is no need to shout like that," said his mother. "God isn't deaf." "No," said the little boy, "but Grandma is." That's a pretty good joke. I've heard that one actually before. Yeah. I don't think the one telling the joke is supposed to laugh that much, but okay. Science jokes. A student visited his old school 20 years after his graduation and met an old science professor of his. The professor happened to be grading exam papers, and the student was surprised to notice that the questions were exactly the same as they were 2 decades ago. He asked the professor about the possibility of leakage of the exam paper such that students would have known the questions in advance. The professor smiled and answered, "Don't worry about that, my dear boy. I've changed the answers every year." I don't get that one. Okay. Let's see. Sunday school jokes. At Sunday school, they were teaching how God created everything, including human beings. Little Johnny, a child in the kindergarten class, seemed especially intent when they told him how Eve was created out of one of Adam's ribs. Later in the week, his mother noticed him lying as though he were ill. He said, "Johnny, what is the matter?" Little Johnny responded, "I have a pain in my side. I think I'm going to have a wife." Okay. Let's see. Okay. A terrific explosion occurs in a gunpowder factory, and once all the mess has been cleared up, an inquiry begins. One of the few survivors is pulled up to make a statement. "Okay, Simpson," says the investigator, "you were near the scene. What happened?" "Well, it's like this. Old Charlie Higgins was in the mixing room, and I saw him take a cigarette out of his pocket and light up. He was smoking in the mixing room, huh?" Or the investigator said in stunned horror. "How long had he been with the company?" "About 20 years, sir." 20 years in the company, then he goes and strikes a match in the mixing room? I'd have thought it would have been the last thing he'd have done. It was, sir. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is like foolish signs. So someone spotted a sign in a bathroom in the London office. Bathroom out of order. Bathroom out of order. Please use floor below. Okay. A sign in a London department store. Bargain. Basement upstairs. A sign in an office. With the person who took the stepladder yesterday, please bring it back or further steps will be taken. A sign in the office. After tea break, staff should empty the teapot and stand upside down on the draining board. A sign spotted in a safari park. Elephants, please stay in your car. A sign in a repair shop door. We can repair anything. Please knock hard on the door. The bell doesn't work. So, instructions. In case you needed further proof that the human race is doomed, here are some actual label instructions on consumer good. On a Sears hairdryer, do not use while sleeping. On a bag of Fritos, you could be a winner, no purchase necessary, details inside. On a bar of Dial soap, directions, use like regular soap. Some Swan frozen dinners. Serving suggestions, defrost. On a hotel provided shower cap in a box. Fits one head. On packaging on a Rowenta iron. Do not iron clothes on body. On sleep aid. Warning, may cause drowsiness. On a kitchen knife. Warning, keep out of children. On a string of Christmas lights, for indoor and outdoor use only. On food processing, not to be used for the other use. On an American Airlines packet of nuts, instructions, open packet, eat nuts. On a chainsaw, do not attempt to stop chain with your hands. Okay, we'll do one more and that should be about it. Daily affirmations. As I let go of my shoulds and feelings of guilt, I can get in touch with my inner sociopath. That's not a good one. I have the power to channel my imagination into ever-soaring levels of suspicion and paranoia. I assume full responsibility for my actions, except the ones that are someone else's fault. In some cultures, what I do would be considered normal. My intuition nearly makes up for my lack of good judgment. Blessed are the flexible, for they can tie themselves into knots. False hope is nicer than no hope at all. To understand all is to fear all. I am willing to make mistakes if someone else is willing to learn from them. So yeah, that's about it. So this, is, too much laughter is not good, but it's important to just cultivate joy, and it's one of the fruits of the Spirit. And so it's good to just, keep a joyful attitude and spirit. So hope this was, thought any of these jokes were funny, and I will see you on the next video.